Hello everybody, it's Dylan Milks here for Tuesday, November the 8th, 2011. It's great to be back with you, and I just want to talk today about Greece and some of the austerity measures, the cutting there that the European Union is demanding that they do. And really, I want to look at this from a standpoint of, the whole idea that, basically Germany, for the most part, and, with some of France, is basically telling the government of Greece that they need to continue to enact these cuts without any thought or any consultation with their own people. And this is what really, to me, sticks out of my mind as being something that is completely wrong. Um, Last week, we had early in the week that following the Greek Prime Minister meeting with the leaders of France and Germany, we had him saying that he was going to take those cuts to the people in terms of a referendum to see whether the people of Greece would agree to this or not. And quite frankly, even though that violated what he had previously said and agreed to with Germany and France, in my opinion, that was perfectly the right approach to take and completely legitimate. I mean, right? The Greek economy has been in shambles for the last several years, and pretty much the last almost it seems like every few months they're announcing new austerity measures, higher taxes, less government services, laying off government staff, cutting back wages and all these kinds of things, cutting back police forces, fire forces, and really the thing is that the Greek people have had no say in this at all. Now, does that mean I'm against these cuts? Absolutely not. I mean, of course, all of Western Europe is in dire shape when it comes to their financial situation and their debt situation. However, the point I'm making here is that, we have here an overarching governing body, mainly, the countries of the Euro, mainly Germany and France, are essentially pressuring the Greek Prime Minister to enact these measures that are causing incredible harm to the Greek people without even the Greek people having a say in this at all. Now, of course, they don't want the Greek Prime Minister to take it to the people, because what's going to happen? Well, they're going to say no, and then they're going to be forced to leave the euro and to leave the European Union and for sure the euro currency, and go back to using their own currency, the drachma. Now, and of course that's going to have major financial consequences across Western Europe and even potentially in the United States as well. So the consequences of that could be a real downward spiral, from an economic standpoint of not just Western Europe, but even potentially the world. However, again, coming back to this principle of one overarching governing body being able to dictate to other countries how they should do things, and and lay out these very stiff conditions for how they should behave, and if they don't, having these serious consequences, and all in all, not giving the people of that country any say over those matters whatsoever. The Greek people elected their prime minister, and they elected him to represent them, not to represent the euro currency or the European Union or this or that. So the fact that the Greek people really have no say over this, to me, this is really concerning, and this is really, I believe, this is a sign of things to come, where we're seeing countries who are basically submitting their authority and their power over to larger larger governing bodies. In this case, of course, the countries of the Eurozone. So I just want to point that out and kind of just mention this to have everybody kind of watching this to see, do we see other instances of this that are going to take place as we watch this European debt crisis unfold over the months and I believe several years to come, because Italy really is next, and we're already hearing rumblings of the problems in Italy and the fact that they're the next Greece. So just keep an eye on the situation here. I know I will be. And, let's just hope that these people, the individual citizens of these countries, continue to rise up and maybe even in some cases rise up with greater fervency and greater anger, and start demanding their countries back. Because to me, in my mind, this is just, heading in completely the wrong direction, where the citizens who elect the leader, once they've elected them, they have no say over the governing of their country and over the policies and procedures that affect their daily lives. Now, again, there is no doubt that Greece needs to have major cuts. They need to have major privatization. They need to have major layoffs in the public sector. There's no doubt about that. But the point I'm making is how they do it, and the fact that the Greek people have no say over it, and over what's done, how it's done, the extent in which it's done, how deep it goes. So that's simply the argument I'm making. So keep your eye on the situation in Europe. I know I'll be. And take care, and we'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now.